Hey everybody, Randy here again from Harris Model Works. At the end of last night's video, I went ahead and I was talking about running the bottom wall plate on top of the mud sill. I got all that done. So with that being completed, that finishes up part one. Tonight we're going to start on part two, which is going to be the wall assemblies, and we're going to concentrate right now on the front wall only. We're not going to try to run any down the sides and across the back yet. Just for the simple reason I want to leave this open so when we go to work all the garage doors and everything in, we'll have room to work with it without bumping into walls. So anyway, with that being said, tonight's cut list, for our door frames, you'll need, we have to make 3 of these, and when they're all done, real quick, I'll go on and show you one of them while it's right here. This is what you'll have. Now I've knocked one of my cripples out right here. I'm gonna have to glue it back in, but that's what it'll look like. And we take one of our little 1-inch blocks that I had y'all make last night in last night's video with the 2x4, two 2x4 stacked on top of it. You'll glue one to one leg here. Or you can glue, like, take one, just pick one. This would be the center. You could do that, just glue one on either side. But I'm gonna start from the end and work that way. So we're gonna glue that on the next one. I've got another one partially started here, and I'll show you how to make these. I've got parts for one right here, and we'll glue up real quick. So tonight we're going to make, we'll be working on making the garage door frames. And also I'm going to show you how to do a corner. As you can see, I've already started on the front wall. I got my 2 outside corners stood up already and got my top wall plate ran across. We'll get to that one in a minute. I want to go and show you these door frames first. What you want to do is cut 3 pieces of your 1/8 by 1/2 inch material. Cut 3 of these at 4 7/16. You'll need 3 2x4s cut the same measurement because they'll glue on top of this. So we'll do that real quick. Like, I got one right here. Do the glue dab thing here. And just whenever you're working on your foundation or wherever at on the project, not just the foundation, but you always want to lap your joints. That's what I was trying to say last night is you just want to make sure all your joints are lapped. You don't want, in other words, you don't want 2 seams right on top of one another, for strength purposes. So, all right, you get your 2x4 glued on top of your header here. Each door frame will require 2 2x4s cut 5 inches. You'll need 2 at 5 inches, and you'll need 4 at 3 7/16. Okay, the 3 7/16 actually be your jacks. These would be your king studs. You'll get 2 per 2x4, so we'll do these real quick. So all together, you'll need 8 pieces that cut at 5 inches. Which you might as well go on and cut a bunch of these 2x4s at 5 inches, because this is what our studs are going to be. So we're going to need a bunch of those. But for your door frames and stuff right now, just giving you the material list for this. So, and you just want to make sure you keep it flush at one end. That'll be actually the bottom That'll be the part that gets glued down to the bottom wall plate. Uh, that's one. We'll have to make two of those. Let's see. Trying to work as quickly as I can because daggone I ain't got to get as much of this stuff done in a short amount of time because my daggone videos can only be like 10 or 12 minutes long here. Don't worry about debonder. I just pull my fingers off. I'm probably pulling layers of skin with it, but oh well. I got man's hands. I ain't got any little sissy hands. I can take it. All right. So we got those two pieces glued up. Next, what you're going to want to do, we're going to glue our header in. Header to header. You want to take the part with the 2x4 and face it upwards. It goes to the top. Won't hurt to take the CD case and gotta make sure everything's square here. All right, with that. And now when you get to a point where you can't no longer use your CD case like this, there'll be times when you won't be able to use it. And I'll show you what to do. You take your we're going to take our blade out of our combination square. And just slip it in there like that. And that works too. You just want to make sure everything glues up nice and plumb. You don't want crooked doughs. Alright. With that glued up, you'll need to cut 30 pieces of 1 inch 2x4s. You need to cut 30 of these. It takes 10 per. And I've already got one that I've started working on and that's at this stage pretty much. But what you want to do is each door frame will require 10 of these little 1 inch pieces of 2x4 here. And as you can see on the inside corners right there, you'll want to glue two. In other words, you just want to continue these 3 7/16 inch jacks on up above. So Once you get those glued in, there's 2 on either side, so you can see how it looks uniform. Then what you want to do is take and cut a little, another piece of 2x4 or anything, it doesn't matter, it just needs to be cut 9/16 of an inch long. So what we're going to do, let me move this cap so y'all can see what I'm doing here. You take your little 9/16 inch block. This is just a gauge block. This is going to, instead of laying out your wall plates, we're going to cheat and just use this little gauge block here and glue our parts in with that. And that'll give you like your 16 inch on center. So take that like so, glue them in there. Once it gets stuck, just once again, you take your blade from your combination square and stick up in there, and just make sure that it's good and straight. All right. Okay. Like I say, you continue that on out. When you get done, that's what you'll have. Once again, that's what it'll look like. Alright. And real quick, like, for your corners here, once again, 2 5-inch long studs. You want to cut 3 pieces per corner at 3/4 of an inch long, and you take and glue them like 1 at either end and 1 in the center. I've got to get myself to where I ain't banging this stuff. Just don't have enough room on this little table here. But once you get the 3 glued to one side, then you come back and you just basically sandwich them in there. And that's that. That'll be your corners. You'll need to make 4 of those. Anyway, guys, I'm coming up close to 13 minutes here. I'm going to have to stop this video for tonight, but I'll try to make another one tomorrow night, and we'll continue on here. So, anyway, this is Randy saying peace out. Y'all have a good one, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.